Virgin America is known for its embedded in-flight entertainment system, but the system you're looking at right here involves Virgin America's new plan for in-flight entertainment. Last month at the Airline Passenger Experience Association Conference and Exhibition in Seattle, Virgin America really stirred things up, you could say, by announcing its partnership with Lufthansa Systems for a twofold plan that will see the airline offer streaming video, a wireless IFE solution to passengers' own personal electronic devices, in addition to still offering seatback screens. But there are a lot of significant differences between Virgin America's older red IFE, which is on its current fleet, and the in-flight entertainment that it plans to bring passengers by the end of 2012. So needless to say, I had a lot of questions for both Virgin America and its new partner, Lufthansa Systems in Seattle, and I had the opportunity to ask those questions. So check out my interview with them and find out why they did not decide to go with their current providers and move to a new solution.
We have a very good, reliable system right now. It's over 99%. But it also takes some care and feeding to hold that system up.
Yeah.
What's I think really remarkable about the system, the Board Connect system, is some of the simplicity of it. Like getting rid of a lot of extra boxes, by getting rid of tons, well, I shouldn't say tons, getting rid of a lot of wire, and all the interfacing connectors, you get rid of a lot of potential failure points. I think with that kind of an approach, we can engineer out a lot of the failure points of the system and make it much more reliable.
Embedded IFE for you guys, ultimately, has it paid for itself through the revenue that you've generated, or has it been a total loss-making system?
I think it's been a revolutionary part of our product offering.
The Panasonic relationship and Co-Kinetic relationship, I mean, that was really kind of a revolutionary partnership a few years ago. When I've talked to Virgin America, there's always been a little bit of hedging when I ask about how that has worked out. Did a lot of the innovation come in-house on the RED system?
You know, I would have to say we're really blessed to have a lot of very creative people at Virgin America, and a lot of our relationships with our vendors are in fact collaborative ones.
Okay.
And so we leverage off of each other's strengths, we build off of ideas. So it is absolutely a group process, but we also have some really talented creative people that create a lot of wow.
So how many WAPs on your Airbus A320s?
On the Airbus A320 we do add also 3 wireless access points.
Yep.
I mean, you're invited, you can come to Frankfurt, you can see it.
How many are running on your 3 WAPs? How many?
On 3 WAPs we could run up to 300 devices if you wanted to.
Happily running, everything.
But as I said, I mean, from a design perspective, we would like to go with 60 per CWAP. So 3 would give us 180. And that gives us enough redundancy. Even if one of the CWAPs would fail, you would, as a passenger, you wouldn't even realize, you wouldn't see it in the movie, you wouldn't see that there's anything happening.
How about early window content with the studios? That's been one of the big concerns. Where are you at with all of that?
Well, we discussed with the studios the way we protect our content, and the way we do this, the studios are pretty happy with. Yeah,
they are. So you envision being able to offer the early window stuff?
What you will see is basically at this point in time for the in-seat monitors, we will have early window content. For airline provided devices, that doesn't really apply to the way Virgin is doing it because they have in-seat monitors. We will have early window content. For passenger-owned devices, at this point in time, it will be window content, so everything after DVD release.
Ah, that's kind of clever. So so you're hitting both sides. So
it's wireless enabled. It can stream everything.
It is being streamed to the screen.
It can also hold content here. And it can hold the whole application here.
This will be a seat-centric.
Yes.
Seat-centric screen that is going to store content.
Which has the ability to really stream, which is key, because as you know, what is also key for Virgin is having live TV content. Live TV content you can't store. I mean, how do you do that?
So quite technically, you're not getting out of the embedded IFE. You're just going to a seat-centric solution and a wireless IFE solution.
It's a wireless IFE.
It's really kind of crossing a lot of.
It is wireless IFE, but you're going to have an embedded screen. You're going to have an embedded.
You still have it. You add the capability of having really crunching power in the seat, which is a tremendous achievement.
Yes.
Will you initially retrofit the system on an aircraft, or will you expect to take it line fit from Airbus?
Well, originally it will be a retrofit.
Yeah.
We are working together with Airbus to get it in a line fit operability. We are not there yet, and
you're not there yet.
That's pretty clear. And we are blessed to work together with Virgin America.
That can put a little pressure on Airbus to make that happen.
Well, I mean, it's not only pressure, but it's really you need to have a customer who wants that, and
yeah. Right. And we've certainly had those conversations with Airbus about putting in, at very least, provisions for this new system on aircraft as they come down the line.
Right, right.
And it's certainly my hope at some point that Airbus will embrace this system as we have and make it a standard option for them.
Airbus does seem to be, of the airframers at this point, really trying to work with the new vendors as much as possible. So maybe ultimately the Airbus decision is maybe you guys love the A320s, right?
Yeah, absolutely love the A320. Airframers have a lot of pressures, as we all know, in terms of their capabilities and what they're ready to step up to, because they've got a lot of things going. Biggest case in point is with the A320 coming out with the NEO aircraft. That's a huge improvement, and we cannot wait to get that airplane. I think it's going to be a great fit for our company. And so, for them as well, it's trying to get, the biggest bang for the buck in terms of where they play their resources.
Obviously, you're going to offer a ultra slim integration into the seat. Have you chosen your seat manufacturer, and is that integration project being studied and looked at, or en route now?
We're working with Recaro,
your current supplier,
to do a new integration of the seat that is just really sexy.
I'm sure.
Really beautiful.
I'm sure you're going to keep the kind of color scheme.
That is such an amazing, magical experience. When you see the seat on the assembly line, it doesn't have the magic. But when you put it in the aircraft with the mood lights, it just sparkles under the mood lights. And the amazing thing with a high contrast interior is it always looks good no matter what kind of lights are being shining through the cabin with your mood lights. That's kind of hard to do if you have red seats or blue seats. I mean, it typically looks good in a certain lighting condition, but if you evolve that to other things, it doesn't have the magic. We're really excited about the look and feel of our cabin because it is magical, especially with the lights.
And so with respect to the your plan for the actual seat, is there any intention to kind of carve out more room for the going for a slim seat slim monitor? It lets you do that, doesn't it?
Well, it gives us some interesting creative options, for sure. But at the end of the day, it's all about comfort of our guests.
Yeah.
And we can put a bus seat on there that's really slim and light.
Yeah.
But after an hour, you're going to hate life.